Hello, everyone. Today I'd like to talk about great movies that I feel really work together. First is the fantastic film Ali, Fear Eats the Soul. And the movie that I felt had similar themes, which is the 2010 remake with Jaden Smith, The Karate Kid. Now, before you click off, allow me to talk about some of the themes that both have. First, Ali takes place in post-World War II Germany, which requires that immigrants come into the country to help meet the labor demand as the male population has significantly depleted because of the war. Ali is a man that lives in a country that tolerates him, but only to an extent because they really truly only need just his body and not anything truly about him. His culture is really unwanted and only has very few select spaces that even allow him to express how he feels or really feel at home and be around people that actually care about him. He has to grapple with the idea that his ethnicity, his cultural identity means nothing to the German population, and he has to just struggle to even etch out a meaning for himself. On the other hand, in The Karate Kid, Dre is a kid whose mother moved to modern-day China as her job moved her there, and he has to grapple with a culture he has no idea about and can't even speak the language of. This causes him to have to grapple with creating a new identity, having new friends, and just making a new existence that he can call his own. Both these characters have to deal with a concept called the look, as the general population doesn't truly want them there and look upon them with a view of lower placement in society. They both don't feel attached to the land that they now called home, and what little that they have that they can keep for themselves is changed or has become something new that is unrecognizable to them. Ali in the movie has many shots that show him just having to just stand there in silence, having to see the look be judged and cast upon him from his wife's children that he is introduced to, his wife's co-workers that just see him as someone who has muscles or is young, and neither of these groups really care about who Ali is as a person. Dre also has to deal with these as when he first meets some of his friends, they're more curious about his looks and just view him in a fascination, touching his hair, which then a bully later uses to demean the connection he made. And he's straight up told in the film that he shouldn't talk to anyone that is Chinese or looks like them, causing him to be even further cast away. Stuart Hall in the article, The Spectacle of the Other, he talks about we have now introduced another dimension into the representation of difference, adding sexuality and gender to race and ethnicity and color. Of course, it is well established that sport is one of the few areas where black men have outstanding success. It seems natural that the images of black people drawn from sport should be emphasized the body, which is the instrument of athletic skill and achievement. This is shown as The Karate Kid shows Dre constantly, his only thing he has going for him is his karate, which he uses to push back against the social constraints that are putting him down. Or with Ali, where he's only really cared about for his body, and that nothing else about him really cares, as shown when the older woman swoon around him, feeling his body and his muscles. Just, they don't really care about him. They only care about just what he can do for them. The other aspect of the film that was very important to me was how they condensed a lot of the immigration issues that came up in both films. As stated in the article by Homi Bhabha of Mimicry and Man, which really goes into the instance that both of these characters really try their best to fit into their new environments, with Ali learning the language and being able to communicate very well. But even to that point, he's still not considered German, as even if he looks German, talks German, he'll never truly be German. Which is the same with Dre, who adopts karate and also some of the cultural aspects of Chinese tradition. He still isn't seen until at least the very end of the film when he wins the tournament. He's always seen as an outsider. These guys constantly grapple with having to prove themselves, to prove that they are part of the people, that they want to be part of the people. Ali, unfortunately, never reaches a moment in the film. There is no happy ending for him, as he still is not accepted as German. He is stated by the doctor that he'll continue having these health issues for the rest of his life, which shows that he'll have a continuation of these issues of just not being German enough, essentially, that he'll constantly be an outsider, subjected to the look. And I feel the film really condenses these issues, as many people during this time were feeling the same ways that Ali was feeling. Dre, on the other hand, was able to accept the Chinese culture and was able to at least create an area of Chinese life, that being karate. People would have to see him and they have to hear him and accept him, that he is part of their culture for that, and that he earned it himself. And so that is more of a happy ending that occurs for Dre, unlike Ali. But in the end, both these films truly want to talk about is that showing that someone who is not of their culture will try all they can and really prove that they are better than some of the people that have lived all their lives in the culture, as they just want to be a part of it. I feel at the end of the day, these two films really show the power that the directors wanted to show of two people just fighting for their ability to live in their new environments. Thank you.